And it says it's for white women. It is to enhance their buttocks, like they have the push-up bras. And the bustles were what, back in the Victorian age, and they were designed to imitate the Hottentot women.
Right.
Man, it gets crazy, it gets crazy. Because most black women are very comfortable with their bodies, but that doesn't mean we can't fall for the trick. Little Kim, she's an excellent example of our own grafting. Michael Jackson, I hate to say. No, I'm not saying it as in reference to a white woman, which people joke to say that that's what he's become. But people always say, well, why did they get on Mike's case and this black person's case about doing this stuff and they don't get on white people's case? Well, personally, this is my theory. Unconsciously, we know, I don't care whether you believe in Yaku or the de-evolution of man, white people, and even their scientists state, white people were created through disunification, splicing and dicing of cells, the loss of certain things, that they no longer have the hue, they no longer have certain things that we still have. In this paper that I was reading last night, White Cat wrote it, and he was talking about all the, not only the physical, but the spiritual aspects of the black man over the Caucasian and the other race, he said, Mongolian. And I was just like, wow. It's called the Astrida theory. You can find it online, download it, and read it. It's weird. I haven't been able to look through it, and there's some things I don't agree with, but still, I mean, that's us. We already have that. But we sit there and say, we get on Mike's case because we know Mike. There's nothing wrong about you, you know. But Mike thinks that, you know, his family teased him about his nose, and you know, and we got on each other's case for being too light, too dark, and we don't understand who we are as being perfect, you know. I was telling same sister, I was telling her, and she went natural with her hair, and she said, "Oh, I don't wear my hair straight to look white. I do it because I like it's easier to manage." And I'm like, easier to manage? I'm like, your natural hair doesn't need management. I'm like, your natural hair does not need management.
That's true.
You know, it's already perfect. And then she went natural, figured it out, and she stayed that way. Because we already who we are. There are even penis enlargements for men. And this is the craziness. Their whole society is based after the continuous surgical reinvention of themselves. They're continuously trying to graft themselves, graft history, graft time, back into an original thing that's already walking the earth. And it's like we were saying earlier, you know, they're trying to find themselves within the origin of things, and they keep running into us. You know, it's just like it's like being a blocker on a football team. Like, nah, we here too. No, we here too, and that's what it is, and it's crazy. We also have the rich rolling out their giganticism of their wealth in large houses, cars, clothes, entourages. Remember the terrible remake of Godzilla in 1998?
Oh, yeah.
Remember its slogan, size does matter? Mm-hmm. Look at it, 98, born to build, you know, or destroy. That's crazy. But its slogan backfired because, like, you know, Jedi Master Yoda said, size matters not. And you know, you take the A off of Yoda, you got Yod, which is the black dot, the Doth. And we just had Joe Millionaire, which was a way to show that materialistic wealth doesn't mean a damn thing, and no matter how good the white man looks, he ain't worth shit. Men want to prove their virility by just going into too many unspiritual things. And ironically, the words material, matter, and mother all stem from Mayat Ra. Or mother, Mayat Ra, Mayat Ra. So they're still trying to have balance, but they're trying to take on, this man is trying to take on the qualities of a woman. And thus you get homosexuality. And we know women can be heavy consumers, very materialistic.
1 minute.
Paused.
Cool.
Twisted. Oh. But this is a twisted Western mindset that has turned Maat's materials, her 7 laws, order, balance, and harmony into physical trinkets rather than symbolic ornaments and amulets. Jewelry has gone from the shape of sacred symbols like the Ankh, along with the understanding of the precious stone or crystal, and the sacred robe, into meaningless bling-bling and ice in a cold-hearted world built on fashion and fads. The white woman contributed to her husband's ways by maintaining a holistic, well, not really holistic, feminine society, void of masculine unity. It started on the island of Lesbos, and it continues here in America. This is where we get the term lesbian. And the messed up thing is that we got to be careful, because now they're saying that all this stuff is quote-unquote urban legends. Like there was no such thing as, now they're saying there's no such thing as the island of Lesbos. They're trying to erase all of their history and try to cover up their stuff. There's a website online, I forget what it's called, but it talks about urban legends, and one section they have is race. They talk about Elvis wasn't really a racist. They talk about certain things didn't mean, like the buck didn't mean the black man. It was about buckskins, and they got it from the indigenous, the Native American. So they're trying to negate. Yeah, they're trying to. But I emailed them and I said, but you have to understand that black people were thought of as animals, so they became referred to as buck. And I said, black people who teach that don't sit there and say it originated there. They go in through the whole thing. So you're trying to skew stuff. I didn't get a response. That's just like the Skeptics Dictionary. Have you ever skepticsdictionary.com. You go online, they talk about magic melanin and all these Afrocentric people. And I emailed them all this stuff about melanin. And they said, this is garbage. I don't know where you got that. Then I sent them the link, and that's that one white scientist who goes to the melanin conference. Didn't hear from them again. So it's just like, shut up. Your own cats is saying the same thing, and y'all just stupid. But lesbians in this feminine society created on the island of Lesbos was the misinterpretation of the African women who had their own secret societies and practices, but these ancient black women would always long for their masculine counterparts' black touch. White women just continued to build upon a void or loss or lack. The feminist movement grew out of the need for the white woman to own anything, something, to dominate instead of harmonizing and maintaining balance. It's funny how feminism is based upon this Western homosexuality that we're talking about today. Not really patriarchy, not really matriarchy. It's just this, we want to look like women but be a man. And the men are, we want to look like men but be women. And they gone crazy. But their entire drive is all about filling not just the void and the loss of power, but they want the power, they want control, and they want some sort of self-esteem. It has nothing to do with reclamation. Feminism has nothing to do with reclamation. Even George Carlin talks about that. He said, what's the alternative to what you're trying to do? Put on a man-tailored suit and imitate all the destructive ways of man, and to join in on the power rape of Mother Earth? And they have nothing to do with reclamation, their whole movement, and this is because it originated with white women, and they have nothing to reclaim because nothing was ever stolen from white women.